Response crews have been working around the clock near Bella Bella to deal with the sunken tug. However, yesterday, one of the response boats took on water and nearly sank itself.
There was a small issue with the boat, and it took on a substantial amount of water. Fortunately, no one was hurt, and all of the on-scene operations halted to focus on the rescue effort.
According to Housty, no additional fuel was leaked, but the cleanup has been marred by delays because response boats are based far from the spill site and weather has been a challenge.
One of the things that I think will be critical, that HOSIC have been advocating for years on the record, is stronger spill response capacity right here on the Central Coast. You know, a big part of the reason why this issue is as big as it is right now is because we had to wait for personnel and equipment to come from Prince Rupert to Bella Bella in order to assist with this.
Cheryl Cassimer is with the First Nations Summit. She says more funding and training for First Nations communities in spill response is needed.
I'm sure there's going to be numerous situations, unfortunately, particularly if the federal government doesn't step up and put the resources in place that are required and strengthen their standards.
Prime Minister Trudeau was asked recently about the response time for the Bella Bella spill. He referred to the fact that his government reopened the Kitsilano Coast Guard base. However, Jess Housty points out that it's a 36-hour trip by boat from Kitsilano to Bella Bella.
You know, I think it's a really frightening thing when the decisions are being made by people in Ottawa who clearly have no sense of coastal geography and are not being informed by the people who live here and face the consequences of incidents like this.
Karen Riston is with Living Oceans Canada. She says the problems with the cleanup shows the federal government's lack of planning when it comes to dealing with spills.
According to all reports, disorganization, the lack of a plan, the lack of a clear role for the community to play in spill response, and certainly the absence of any advanced planning for how we're going to protect the most valuable resources. Those are the kinds of things that I think an oil spill regime needs to address before it can begin to call itself world class.
It's still not clear how much diesel got into the ocean during the first 24 hours. That was before any official response team arrived. It's also unclear, with the strong currents, how far the diesel has traveled beneath the surface. Tina House, APTN National News, Vancouver.